Hello and welcome back to the Book of Hours. Let's dive right in. Welcome back. So, where were we? We had just entered autumn. And we are waiting for, well, we will see, hopefully, new current affairs or new visitor. One of the two. Hail? Sure, that could be useful, maybe. We, last episode, did a few of our lessons, so we're preparing for one of these days. Numa's going to happen, and we want to be ready for it. For that to be the case, we probably, I just saw this as well, we probably want to have our permanent, or persistent memories ready. Sorry, I'm pulling up my notes as I have a list of, well, not a precise list, but I got marked somewhere here. Persistent memories, earth sign, we have occult scrap, we have Numa, sure, Newman, whatever, you know what I mean. One of those, which we have two of. Right there, one above, sure. Ascendant harmony, yes, what have we done with our one of those? Oh, we're making Dynamos out of it. We have some fragrant chalice, which we started gathering in the summer. Some beeswax. And Ica Auroral. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. We won't have access to those. These are fatigued because we started it late in the day, but that's okay. We can go ahead and should we work in the inn? Let's see who we get first. Is this all en route? A story has no beginning or end. Arbitrarily one chooses that moment of... Yes, okay, so the end of the affair is upon us. Interesting. I don't remember. Do we still get someone? We also have January Sanguinius, the true blood of St. Januarius. It's a thing. We got it from opening a box, as one does. Adamus. Add that to our collection. Let's go ahead and... what do we need for Ascendant Harmony? Right, euphonies? Oh. Will you suffice? Apparently so. Okay, that's an easy way of getting that. Did we... I forget if we saw what the level of that is. I think I will throw a random verb into here, because... and by that, apparently we're going to be working as we're out of money. No matter. Who's this? We have a consultation. Is this a generic consultation? I think so. Also, you know a lot of languages. Understands crack track. That's I don't... We know Fusion. You know, Greek, Latin... Ooh. Okay. So what's that? Fr. Stanislav John Scala. Okay. Can we talk to you about a language? Can teach me the rudiments of the primal language that we rather underwhelmingly call crack track. Because there's no name for that language in that language. So how do we... Obviously we already know Fusion, but that is a language we can learn. How does it determine whether we want to learn crack track or Fusion? Okay. But... An incident or tally? Yeah, not a ... question mark one. Sure. I don't know how it prioritizes which one we learn, other than checking to see what we already do know. I don't recall if it does, or I don't understand how it would, if we didn't know either, how it would determine. Anyway. We should... No, now we whatever. We need to keep in mind that we need to earn some money. We're halfway through autumn. Okay. Here we have an ascendant harmony and a fife and a wind in waiting with birds and feathers. I don't believe we can... We need to use that? Sure. Yeah, I'm okay with doing that. What else are we doing? Let's catalogue a bunch of books. Why not? I suppose we could be learning lessons and stuff. Let's see if we can have a chill month. And... yeah. Just let's see if we can have a chill month. Season, even, not month, though... Yeah. That would be the correct term. And there... In before we get a load of contaminated books and contaminated soul elements. Hello? I was trying to put it on the paper. I just remembered, doing this, there's going to be a lot of reading in my future. Oh, why are you not... There you go. Finicky. And we can use our consider as well. There we go. A bit more cash will help. We have an Exorcist's Field Manual, a practical guide to the troublesome dead, grounded in theory but with a clear focus on their disposal, by the redoubtable detective Ostieri Wheelock of the Suppression Bureau. Interesting. I'm gonna really quick this out of my inventory. We also have Opening the Sky, an unusual record of Vero's Opening the Sky, composed for the coronation of the new king, Henry IX. The record bears the suppression stamp expunge. Okay. I'm going to put on my glasses, consider my eyes feel a bit dry. An investigation of a founded country, whatever, subtitled Recordings from the Atlantic Coast. A founded country on the Atlantic... it could be anywhere. I was wondering if that was Karisham. The Tantra of Worms. The entomologist Zuliana Zawistowski eventually came to insist that this text was written by insects inhabiting a human skin. She never presented evidence for her claim. There are diagrams. The diagrams are not good to look upon. Okay. By the way, we have an 8, a 4, a 6, and a 10. Nothing contaminated. Moon, scale, sky. Okay. I will quickly deposit them, though we are gonna be running out of space soonish. Let's put that down here. We just have a shelf dedicated to glasses of wine. Definitely not a sign of being a functioning alcoholic. The Ivory Book, a manual of the Ordo Limiae, an order of quasi-immortals who maintained a secret enclave at the source of the river Limia. I'm pretty sure we've read that several times. In the Roman province of Hispania Galicia, this manual was compiled by one Kurenai who claims to have fled the tyranny of the Chrysanthemum throne across the world and joined the order. I swear I've read that several times. Is there an infusion? If I hover over like that, do any of these glow? You do. Okay. I'm looking for... We have the Iron Book and the Silver Book. I remember we've got those. Are they the same? Like, is it a series? I wonder. Is it in my... Nope. Okay, so it's not in my book of memories because at some point I got bored of writing down the same memories over and over. No. I swear that is something we've read before. A catalogue of uncharted pleasures. The Dark Gentleman is the only and rather grandiosely identified author of this often copied work. Written in Phrygian, which we know by default. And 12 ground, sure. Also, 5 tally. Fucking hell, that's an expensive book. The Burning Woman, a transcription of the play by Menander the Victor, possibly the dramatist of that name, into Phrygian, with commentaries. 14. Ooh, that's a powerful book. We should be able to maybe do that. Maybe. We might need an ink for it. Or a tool. De Bellis Murorum. That's a name I recognize. An 18th century epic poem by the pseudonymous Solipsistos. Solipsistos. Fuck it. SSSSS. I'm aware that if I try and say that, I'll sound like a whistle. The Book of the Extinguished Heart. In the days of the Shadowless Kings, Ennis Lazel was executed for the prophesizing the division of the sun. If any of his captors grew long, they probably felt rather abashed now. Okay, that's a 16 heart. Interesting. Okay, so these are books that we can put down somewhere. I might honestly put them down here, where they were before. Just because we kind of run out of space in our... over here, you know, quote unquote run out of space. Throw those in there. We got 3 more. Sure. Cool. The intimations of skin, fiendishly complex, weirdly distorted illustrations of Congress and anatomy by the haunted visionary painter Niles Frederick Malsker. Scare. Sure. Grail 8. The Chandler's Wish. Formulae and instructions invoking a moth lantern and, exceptionally paradoxically, the liminal and theoretical hour called the Chandler. The author is anonymous, admitting only that they are one who is not yet nameless. Oh? Okay. I don't know who the Chandler is. I don't have my cards with me. On the Winding Stair. Gregory Willock. We've heard that name, haven't we? The master mason and architect employed by Walter de Wolfe to construct the Winding Stair and the guest chambers in Hush House, describes a more ambitious and dangerous project. That might be interesting. That might bear relevance to somewhere. The Winding Stair. There's back stairs, there's stairs, dinners. Is it here? Yes. That looks quite winding. We've just never bothered to open it, I guess. Oh, because of its moon and scale and rows and all the other things we're terrible at. So that might tell us something about down here. Maybe. Be worth reading. You know, if we had that language written in Ramsund. Yeah, we don't have it. Sunset Passages, a miscellany of funerary prayers, ceremonies and hymns of the Church of the Unconquered Sun, which was ascendant in the 3rd and 4th histories. It schismed during the intercalate when the sun was divided, and has not survived as a significant force. Okay, a low-level forge, but, I mean, it's easy. Seems easy enough. I'll put some of these down here. To a Pale Lady, a collection of Franklin Bancroft's letters to Ever de Wolfe. Of the watchful Tantra, notorious for its involvement in the deaths of Dafydd Jones and Meredith Blaine, two early physicists who each claimed to have the only copy and who ultimately fought a duel over it in 1840. Interesting. Okay, well, we can put some of this down. Do we care about a 12? We can quite easily do. Yeah, just about fits all of our moon books here. Okay, that was a good day, I suppose. Your man taught us and left. Crack track in the tracks of beasts, in the convolution of his own carapace, in the egg-veiled and shell-shadowed, the many-eyed one found the signs which can be history. I have sixpence. Okay, another useful skill, I suppose. A language. I'm sure I probably should have checked to see what exactly we have written in Crack Track. I suppose all of these will be... they're all solved. Okay, I don't know, it's probably not worth checking over right now. If we see any, we see some, but our Newman books don't have, or we haven't found one for Crack Track yet. There you go, the Iron Book and Silver Book. I knew it there. See that? I knew I wasn't crazy. We have read that several times. And then there's the Ivory Book, which, sure. It seems that they're just different manuals compiled by members of the Ordo Limier. Yeah. We have a Wind in Waiting, and with... give it a sec. With this, we can go ahead and recover our, what's it called, Ascendant Harmony. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Cool! A new day. A new, person. Yeah. Person we can acquire. What else do we want to do? We have some of those. I'm going to allow time to cruise on by as I look for... Here's an Earth Sign we have. Didymos we have. Occult Scrap we have. Wind in Waiting. What does a... what's it called? The B one. Painter. Do we have time to... oh, do we have something we can work them with? Rose we don't really do. Grail we sort of can do. So let's start on 4, we can give them a plus arrow, puts them on 7. A Sacrament puts them on 13. Yeah, that seems to be good. Cool, we have that. The Hives thingamabob. We were, or I was thinking maybe we can do, what's it called, Hives Lament. It'd be nice if I could see what it, you know, what it has with it, if it's permanent or not. 6, so considering that's just a book away. Give that a try, and we can recover a earth sign from Wrapped in the King. 8. Cool, you're hired, and we can show you that. And yeah, we could probably get away with something cheaper, but you know, there's no real need to. We can go ahead and investigate these. Is that also... yeah, that's also a thing. Roman numerals again. It was something, 18 something something, I think. Cool, and we can give you some sacrament, as we now know how to craft this stuff. We can go ahead and use it as we want. Sure, a fancy looking log. There's no real space in this room for it. We can put it down here though, I believe. You know, I can organise things properly. Really doesn't want me organising things, does it? I'll do. I don't know why they were smuggling a log into this place, or through this place. Probably a fancy log. Deal with the kitchen. Catches me every time. Deal with the kitchen, and yeah, I think we're good. We have Hive's Lament. Yes, it is indeed persistent, and I will make a note of it in my thing. Hives. Cool. Awesome. That is a useful memory. Well, yeah, it has a good amount of nectar to it. I kind of want to fast forward. Ooh, wire, silver. I suppose that's what we'd get if we broke down silver spintria. Which is a... seems like honestly a terrible waste of spintria. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's weak. Anyway. There's no rush. Well, except for Numa. Dusk. They've been sat idle. Do I want to try reading a book? Ooh, Oriflame. A book written in Kilisimi. What is it? The Wounds. A history of 100 wars. Sewn into a design of metallic threads that pursues itself across every page. Edge. Fucking, that's a lot of edge. But they only want a bronze spintria for it. So, sure. Okay. We have some time. I'm gonna read like 2 books, I think. What seems interesting? Could do this. Deep Mundaic, I don't think. We have... oh no, we have a Numa for edge. That's our sorry, not edge, for forge. That's how we were able to get into that one. Maybe we also got into a 14 one with Deep Mandaic. Provides 2, so that's a, you know. Between 2 skills, that's 6 covers, and then that. 7 remaining, that. We could do it. Do we have a forged? We got 1. We're on 15, right? Without any... we don't have a relevant ink, sadly, for forge. We could go ahead and use a chronoscord to be safe, or yeah, to avoid a gamble, essentially. It's an option. We'd throw in that. We'd need this thing first. I should probably look to... Oh, yeah, yep. Fusion... I always... Well, not always, but I will repeatedly make that mistake. Health. Yeah, since we don't have much cash on us. Cool. Human Bells of East. So now if we look at this, we should have Deep Mandaic by itself. This one, that, a Newman, and then this. Sure. Yeah, I'm up for that. We need to throw in some health. Fog. Do we want fog? It's okay. What can we make with fog that's particularly interesting? Metal with an egg, something wireless but pulsing. We can make glass finger toxin. Did we find out what glass finger toxin's good for? There was a text about something, right? Cardea's Delights. Jeffrey discusses the living signs which change their shape, and whose flexibility is part of what makes it identifiable. He gives as one example the paradox of the hinge and draws a comparison with the names called twins, who would be considered hours beyond the church. He hints at the amethyst vessel, which can be sanctified by the great signs in the presence of Nock. Great signs, which, this one has that. So this and amethyst vessel, I'm guessing, means amethyst ampule. Loud noise. We do have Juvenite. We have Shept. What do we have? Curious Hunch is knock 4, but that wouldn't help too much. Juvenite is that. We can't really... yeah, we can. Yeah, we can look at a chronoscord, right? Do we have another chronoscord? Oh, we just used it. Bollocks. Oh well. We can make another, I believe, with the power of that. Yeah. Let's do that. Something, I'm pretty sure 15th level Great Signs and Great Scars would be Amethyst Ampule. And I'm gonna throw some jaw down the well. We have the wounds, which is big, tough one to do. And we got no space for it down here. Let's pick up a few more of these. Oh yeah, oh, there's the Cadro's Delights, the book I just referred to for something crafting recipe, or hint at a Great Signs and Great Scar. Speaking of books, my deeds, my powers, my achievements, and the injustices perpetrated against me. A diatribe by Hockabald of Poxind, formerly of the Order of Immortals, called the House of Leith, later the Ordo Limiae, much later the Obliviates. Hockabald boasts of his royal descent and insists that the magics of the Forge are more effective when practiced by those of noble blood. Sure. I don't know why that'd be. I wouldn't think a noble would embody the element of a blacksmith, you know? Yeah. Or change. Not exactly at the cusp of changing stuff, are they? Poxind complains of his condemnation by the Ordo Limiae. He acknowledges that he has undergone alterations after the consummation of that particular delight, but insists that these changes are both elegant and inevitable. Who is the fire and who is the fuel, he asks rhetorically. Okay, so that has given us transformations and liberations. That makes sense. Fair enough. And a memory of foresight. Cool. So, not really... What did he say? He partook of that delight? Maybe... Skin-shock mead? Maybe? And moth? Possibly. Apparently our transformations and liberations are already quite strong. Where can we put this? Up here? Maybe. I'm mostly just interested in this list here. That is quite a lot of 15th level. Let's see. Well, that does seem like a viable check that we can do. Do we have moth? You have some moth. If we had a relevant thing. Yeah, let's find a relevant space for Skin-shock mead and a moth. Oh, well, a liquid and a moth. It's a beverage, so in here would work. And that? Nope, no ding. That's a shame. What other thing would it have indicated? So he partook of something and got transformed. Cuckoo honey? There we go. No? What was that? Skin shock mead. Oh, okay. So that is how we make skin shock mead. To do so, though, we need quite a fair amount, because cuckoo honey, that's not been committed. So we could throw all of these lessons into that. We might do, actually, because worst case, that can be like our thing we do for Numa. Downgrading it and upgrading it and downgrading it and upgrading and all that shit. Anyway, look, hey, we stumbled into the recipe for skin shock meat. I'm not sure if that was what the book was hinting at. Maybe, yeah, I guess, because, you know, skin shock meat, you shock your skin. I don't know if that's what they're going for there. Quite on the nose, but whatever. Anyway, let's get this transformations and liberations powered up, because I don't think we need to do anything else. Also, we didn't need to waste our chronoscord because that is a 6. No, I will update my notes. That is a 6, and moth is still 5. Yeah. Yeah, let's work on this, shall we? With 3, so it's going to be 5, and then 6, and then 7. That's the one we need for it. Put these down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then these will be left over. We'll, you know, figure it out. Fog also, nope, fog can't help because it's moon. Let's see if we can do this today. I'm not holding my breath too much. We need for this... Actually, do we even have enough bells of use, memory pattern, memory of foresight, memory of impulse, which is our only moth, which is where we're kind of hindered, memory of regret, and the Numa. Okay, so like we have 5 memories for that, which is going to be a problem because we need 7 for all the ones that we want. Memory of touch. I think that's another one we can use. There's a memory of salt. No, that's moon. Okay, so we can do 6. I don't know what we, and I suppose the weather we'd need to rely on for the 7th. But yes, we can technically do that all today. Will we be able to, though, is the question. So memory of touch is that we can consider, I don't know, furniture. It's gonna be the case, I reckon. Though we will get back to that after. So first of all, we need this into here with Fusion, because we're not going to make that mistake again. And throw in some whist. There's 1. Sure, there is a stain halfway down the side where sometime in the mid-1830s, Solomon Husher spilt his tea when he heard that Julian Cosley had apologised. Sure. Suspense. Do we want... We can afford to do something like that, right? Yeah. Let's grab these. Oh, yeah. Kind of scored, yeah. Okay, so what were we doing? We can try this. No, that doesn't accept tools. It accepts tools, but it wouldn't accept an amethyst ampule. Shit. I'll leave it for now. But, hey, editing me. Hey, editing me. Make a note, this thing here, plus, I don't know where that's gone, plus amethyst ampule with 15 knock. Give that a try at some point, remember, don't forget. That's you know, how I make notes when when I'm too lazy to do so. Cool, so we have all of these things. We can go ahead to here and attempt to commit it with that'll do. That'll do. Yes. The only one permanent that we're, well, sorry, persistent that we're using is that, which is fine, because we plan to. And we can immediately start on recovering all of those again. It's the circle. We're gonna keep hold of that tryst because we need something for the thing. So for 6 we will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we already have the 6th one, but we're probably not going to be able to use all 3 shaft. Anyway. Let's see if we can do that today. Sure. I don't want to allow that to pass too close, but hey, here's hit this. Dawn will come soon. Do I want to try and hold on to Memory of Touch just in case? Nah. They don't look like they'll be done. There we go. So, if that had turned over to the next day, and I had, like, held, if I had put Memory of Touch, you remember you can store it in a bed to carry it over to the next day, assuming you have the right elements. We didn't even have that, so we couldn't. But if we could have, and I did, all of these other memories would have just disappeared because they were quote-unquote finished before the turn of the day. Put that in there, then we can go ahead and chuck in these. Yes. That's a satisfying wheel. Anyway, yeah, we don't need to make use of all of those. Okay, we had a few more seconds than I thought we did. Never know for yes, obviously. Okay, so I don't believe we can do this unless we actually, funnily enough, we are kind of hoping for clouds. Because, you know, clouds would give us a element we need for doing that. Crazy, anyway. So what were we doing? There was something about, yeah, amethyst ampule and fog, but fog for the knock and everything. What is a workstation? We could try a liquid in there. I suppose that we don't really have a substance. We need a tool, I reckon. There, but that doesn't accept an amethyst ampule. Also, a full-on carcass. I wonder. I suppose animal bones. So we're not dealing with like, you know, people. Well, definitely not something we would do as a librarian, you know. You? No, this doesn't accept knock. No. Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, we opened this up days ago, didn't we? The Gal Kitchen. There are no hours at Brankrug. Collins used to say, even before he was governor at Brankrug Gal, when he was only secretary vigilant of the Curia. By way of reminder, the hands were confiscated from every timepiece within the prison walls. The warders could still rely on the chimers of the great clock in the abbey spire, but it did make life harder for the cooks. Oh yeah, there's a little detail. Just take all the... Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. I just thought it was like a... Well, I guess I didn't really think about it. Interesting. And we have ourselves a few things. I'm pretty sure we recognize everything. Flour? Maybe we haven't seen that before. Mist-kissed water pitcher. What are you, pickled? Pilchards? Sure. Lipidic tincture. It's not really food, is it? What's it doing in here? Okay, well, kitchen range, Gal. Yeah, seems like expected stuff. I don't know what our other kitchen range could do. I don't. It had lantern. Yeah, lantern for this one instead of heart. Ravaged cellar. This room, too, has been visited by worms, the abomination of the relict kind, but almost no traces remain. See, like a keep out sign. Something. Interesting. I think we'll leave off here for today. We made good progress. We've been having a sort of a lazy autumn, but I'm in the mood for a lazy autumn. So that's when this is being filmed. We've catalogued a few books. That's the word. We've learned Crack Track, which is it's pretty significant. we have further advanced our transformations and liberations, and as soon as mental note to self, I suppose we could use we can use Hive's Lament, I guess. Okay, yeah. We can go ahead and occult scrap as well. That'll be easier. We can go ahead and learn this final one, commit it to the skill, and have an 8th level skill. Will that be our first? I don't think so. Actually, I do think so. Yeah, I think it will be. Yeah. Anyway, until next time, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, feel free to leave a like, etc., comment, and until next time, peace.